Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. This is Dillard with Team Talk Live tonight, coming to you on Dr. Martin Luther King's Day. It's been a really, really good day watching the programs on television and just being a part of that legacy, enjoying that legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, today, our scheduled guest, had an emergency, and so she won't be able to be with us. But I'm here to talk to you about mentoring. Hey, Reno, I'm so glad you're here. Don't go anywhere. I need to talk to you tonight because tonight we're talking about mentoring. And why does mentoring matter? Why does it matter if we have mentors or if people are mentoring or not? Why does mentoring matters? Why does it matter? I'm so glad that you all are joining us. Reno, it's so good to see you. Shout out. Where are you? I think you're in Texas now. So just leave me a comment and tell me, why does mentoring matter? Why does it matter to have a mentor? Hey, Cuz, glad you're here. Hey, Carol, glad you're here. Hey, Talisa, I'm so glad you're here too. So why does mentoring matter? That's my question off the top of the hour here. Just drop a comment and let me know. Why do you think mentoring matter? Okay, yes, Serena, you are in Houston, Texas. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Let me know what you think. Why does mentoring matter? Why does it matter if people have mentors or not? I'm hoping that a few more people will join. Yes, I love that. Reno says it brings encouragement and motivation, and I'm glad you said that. I had a chance to meet Reno when he and some of his classmates did an internship with me for Project Safety Nets, and they were able to bring global partners into their classroom at MCAD in Minneapolis College of Arts and Design. And it was such an amazing experience for me because, in essence, I got a chance to mentor this group of young people and brought a global perspective to their sustainability, aesthetics and sustainability class. So that was really good. Mika says it helps to stay on task and fulfill your potential. That is so key. And if we go by that definition or that reason why it matters, then it seems as if there shouldn't be any age limit on mentoring or who has a mentor. I still have mentors, which I'm really grateful for that. And let me back up a little bit and say, mentoring is our theme for January on Teen Talk Live. Again, this is Ann Dillard on Teen Talk Live, where we share skills and strategies that transform the minds and lives of teens. And so mentoring is our theme for this month. And tomorrow, which is the 17th day of January. Hey, Coach, I'm so glad you're here. Tomorrow is the 17th of January, and that's National Mentoring Day. And so I want you to tell me about your mentoring experience. Drop in the comments and let me know. Do you have a mentor, or are you mentoring someone? And what is that? Have you had a mentor, or have you mentored someone? And tell me about that experience, because mentoring is a really, really important part of our lives. Hey, Coach, we're talking about mentors again, because tomorrow is National Mentoring Day. And oh my goodness, not doctor yet. We're getting there. So yeah, tomorrow is National Mentoring Day. And so I want to know if you are mentoring, if you have a mentor, or, oh, Wednesday. Yeah, yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. It is Wednesday, the 17th is National Mentoring Day, because tomorrow is the 16th. Thank you for that. That's great. Hey, Jimmy, I'm so glad you are here. And I would love for you to talk about or join in this conversation on mentoring. So I love the fact that we get to interact with people in different ways in our lives. We get to coach, we get to mentor, we get to be leaders in different ways. And so mentoring is, to me, is very important. It's a very important role that I believe that, and responsibility, I would say, that I believe we have. We have a responsibility to lead, to serve. And last week when I was talking with Coach McKenzie, he was saying, talking about his mentor and how that person influenced his life, and the charge that that person gave him was to allow somebody else to stand on his shoulders so that they can, you know, rise up in the world, and they can have that connection, and they can grow from what he's offering. And so you know, when I think about that, that's what we do as mentors. We allow people to stand on our shoulders because we stood on somebody's shoulders. Learn from other people's experience in a positive way. That is right. That is right, Ahmed. You learn from other people in positive ways when you have mentored. Currently mentoring 45 African-American males under 18. That is so amazing, Coach. And we shared about your basketball team, and we talked about how the students, you've had 100% college, 100% graduation on your team, and these are students on the honor roll. And that was such a powerful interview for me that we had last week, because we were talking about, you know, in this age where we like to blame the achievement gap, and that removes the responsibility from the individual if you're contributing it to the achievement gap. We talked about there is nothing wrong with the hardware. It's about how we're programming it. And so that was really impactful for me, and a great takeaway from that conversation. Hey, Velvet, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Deb, I'm so glad you're here. Reno, I currently mentor a team of 8 combat veterans in my company. I have had the opportunity to be mentored by you and hope to continue our nonprofit as our nonprofit develops. That is so amazing, Reno, that you are giving back to these 8 veterans, combat veterans. And from working with you, I know that you have so much to offer them. Based on your experiences and your life journey, plus your education and your creativity. So bravo for doing that. You know, you all keep dropping comments about mentoring and what does that mean. I've had the opportunity to mentor in different areas. I've had the opportunities to mentor high schoolers, I've had middle schoolers, elementary school, also career professionals. I've had the opportunity to mentor as well. When I think back to my first real mentoring experience, when I was being mentored, it went all the way back to like 1982, 1983, when I first moved to the United States. Can you imagine being 13, 14 years old in a new country, not knowing much about the culture, not knowing much about myself as a person, because everything I knew to be true has now changed. You know, everything is different. I remember one of the first indications that I had that things were changing rapidly was when I was in the 8th grade. I just moved to the United States, and I took a spelling test. And I was just so excited because the words were easy. So I thought I got 100%. When I got my paper back, the teacher had wrote a big red X on the word color. And I spelled that word COLOUR because that's the British way of spelling it. And I got it back and I was devastated. And right then and there, I learned that everything I knew to be true, everything that I was counting on or had counted on from this point would be challenged. And if you've ever had an experience like that, you know, just #challenged. So right then and there, I had to start unlearning and relearning. And that is a very scary thing for a teenager, especially being a young teenager, the age of 13, 14, and discovering my own self, living in a new country, learning and unlearning what I've known to be true. And so for me, the saving grace in my life was my church. At that point, I started attending the Pentecostal Assemblies Church of Waterbury. And I got really connected at church with a lot of young people and older young people who just kind of took me under their wings. Their family became my family. And I didn't realize at that point that they were mentoring me. But when I think back on that experience, this was like mentoring at its best. And I learned how to dress for the weather. I didn't know how to dress for different seasons. You know, I remember it was hailing outside one day, and I had on a pair of shoes that had, you know, it was fancy and it had see-through holes and everything like that. And the heels were this high, and I was walking outside and I had no clue. Hey, Robbie, I'm so glad you're here. We're talking about mentoring tonight. So I had no clue how to dress. I had no clue how to, you know, change the coats for the different seasons. You don't need to wear this heavy coat if it's not that cold outside. I had no clue about that. And so they took me under their wings, and they became such an integral part of me transitioning and me learning how to be a young adult in America. And that was a really, really important part of my life, because that was an opportunity for me to go either way. I could have gone down, I could have gotten connected to the wrong crowd. I could have gotten in a whole lot of trouble, because I you know, was pretty much on my own trying to figure out how to navigate the United States of America with all this newness, right? And so being with them, learning how to say things, learning how to ask the right questions, learning how to navigate, learning how to get around was really, really critical for me. So that was my first experience with mentoring. Until today, I'm still in touch with those people, and they just, they are family to me, and I love them dearly, because I didn't even realize that I needed that or what I needed at that time. They just stepped in and did that. So if you have had a positive mentoring experience, just let me know. Drop a comment in. Hey, Sister Sandy, I'm glad you're here. Again, Wednesday, thank you for that correction, Mika. Wednesday, the 17th is National Mentoring Day. And I also want to know, how are you going to mentor? What are you going to do? And are you mentoring people? Reno already told us that he's mentoring 8 combat veterans in his company. And that's so amazing to me. So if you are being mentored or you are mentoring somebody, drop me a comment and let me know. And so as we think about Dr. King and think about, you know, the legacy that he's left for us, we can look at also his life as him being a mentor for us, and think about what does that mean, and then from there, what charge do we have to continue to offer our best to help somebody to make it. Ahmed said, learn from other people's experiences in a positive way. So how are we allowing somebody to learn from our experiences? And how are we learning from other people's experiences in a positive way? Mentoring is very, very important. So again, if you are still watching, drop a comment in the comment box and let me know that you are mentoring someone or you are being mentored, and the importance of that, because this is such a critical experience. And if you're watching or you're catching us on the replay, know that mentoring is really important. Think about how you can share your gifts and talents with the world. Somebody who could really benefit from knowing you, from learning from you. Just like I shared about my church family who took me under their wings and who mentored me, because I had no clue what I was doing as I was navigating this American new world of America. Hey, Karen, I'm glad you're here. We're talking about mentoring. So how are you mentoring, and how are you sharing what you have, your gifts and your talents with the world? Again, I'm not going to be long with you, but I'd love to engage you in conversation. So drop a comment, let me know. Hey, Frank, I'm glad you're here. Frank and I went to high school together, and he knew me back when I was awkwardly trying to navigate the American system. And again, I'm so grateful for the mentors and all those members of the Pentecostal Assembly of Waterbury Church, who really took me under their wings and mentored me and helped me to have a safe place to, you know, transition to my life in America. So I'm gonna wrap up, but this is, if you have no more comments, I'm gonna wrap up. This is Ann Dillard with Teen Talk Live, where we are transforming the minds and lives of teens and those who love them. Again, share, like, drop your comments. Let me know how you are mentoring, and we'll celebrate National Mentoring Day together on the 17th of January. Thank you for joining, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.